8. Or given that something rather than nothing does seem to be the reality, maybe instead of headlines, prayer, and school book teasers, what we need to remind ourselves of among these millions of things we have in common, these equal millions of things we call unique, is that old bare-bones conundrum cutting to the quick of all relation, logic, ethic, metaphysic, all inspiration, making us look at ourselves in perspective, seeing in depth with our own humorous eyes the question, why two when one would do? God, you should pardon the expression, being sufficient, might, as Jeffer said, be still. But since there are, and two together is a kind of miracle, and you are there and I am here, maybe get into what that means, keeping in mind not this, not that. The dialectical possibilities of binary systems, the magic of metaphor, the grammar of positive and comparative subsumed into the superlative, intransitive couplings of nominal and nominative, reason and intuition, imagination and participation, the paradox Blake called the cloven fiction, the crux of physics, biology, and mind, chemistry, destiny, justice, and care, extension and cognition, the dyad in subsistent relation with itself, body and psyche, gender and sex, cleaving to one another, substance and energy masquerading as identities, the interplay of atom and item, that which cannot be divided, with atmos and atman, the breath of life, which rendered endlessly remains one, mysterium conjunctionis, coincidentia oppositorum, the urge of cells to conceive and split, the poem to coalesce out of the tangled limbs and visions broken free in the storm, the prepositional options for coming together. Despite the natural tendency of the brain to simplify the world as polarities, the shadow play of the unconscious to cast such bifurcations as tropes to figure the world, for having will and courage enough to enjoy incorporating each other into each other, for knowing wisdom and compassion sufficient to lose each other in one another, bearing witness and calling to witness, together composing the first person plural, given the obvious primacy of chaos, inertia, and plain old heifer-headedness.